So I'm gonna quickly show y'all because I know a lot of everybody and their mama be swearing up and down. I don't want to sell a course. I don't want to sell a course. Hey, that's just one way to get up. But there are multiple different ways, y'all, and that's how I teach y'all inside of my community. So if you are a woman and you've been looking for a way to make income online, I don't care if you got any experience. I don't care if you don't understand how to use social media, none of that shit. Don't none of that shit mean nothing, y'all. You can make income. And I'll link some information down below. But I'm gonna pull up Claude because what we're gonna do is we're gonna build us a little quiz or something. You know what I'm saying? Because again, y'all, there are so many different ways to make income online. The point is to learn these skills. Okay. So if you are serious about learning skills, you can click the link in my bio or like on my about page on YouTube. And sis, you can get a free 7-day experience inside of my community. If you have not already, make sure you check out my Claude video because I literally walk y'all through step by step how to set up your Claude, how to do this shit because it's really easy, really simple. I know you loyal to ChatGPT, girl, but we need to use all these different tools and all these resources to help us make some money. Okay, this is something that you are gonna probably need. You are gonna need a desktop for, because we are gonna be using or working with Claude Design. Okay. When it comes to building a quiz, I know you like, girl, what the fuck I need a quiz for? Depending on what your business is or whatever it is that you're offering, maybe you have a service. All right, so what we're gonna do is, y'all, we're gonna go over to design. This is where y'all be fucking up. Y'all be stressing out so bad about, oh my God, like I don't know how to use it, I'm scared or whatever like that. Talk to Claude. If it was your home girl, your whatever, your side piece, whatever. It's not that deep, y'all. Have a conversation with it. That's what AI is for. The faster y'all understand that, the faster y'all gonna make some money. Okay, stop being like, oh my God, how should I say it? What is the perfect prompt? Ask this motherfucker to build you a prompt on based off of what you're doing. Okay, so say my business is credit repair, right? And I wanted to, kind of essentially bait my clients before I take them in. Well, I can create a quiz, right, that I can use as a lead magnet, or that I can really just showcase to my audience that, hey, I have this motherfucking authority, right? And this is why you should fuck with me. This is why you need a book, and get your credit repair with me. Because everybody and mama say they do credit repair, but they can't do it like how I do it, right? So let's say I wanted to build a quiz, right? So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go into Claude Design, right? And I'm gonna say, can you build me a quiz for my credit repair business, right? Now, a lot of y'all motherfuckers, this is where y'all be fucking up. Y'all stop right here because y'all be like, well, it's my credit repair. Well, bitch, what about your credit repair business? What's so special about it? What makes you stand out? What, you know what I mean? Or whatever. So this is where we want to get a little bit more specific. Again, your words ain't got to be perfect, but tell this shit what you want it to be, right? What, when you brainstorm this shit, what was you thinking it should be? Tell it that. Tell it exactly that. Now, if you haven't seen my Claude video, I do break down how to like add your personality and add like your feel so Claude understands you and it'll speak into your words. So that is very important. But I'm just saying, y'all, real easy, real simple to do. Okay, so I said, can you build me a quiz for my credit repair business? Right? Let's say and this is where I'm getting specific. I'm gonna say I only want to work with, let's just say, what are we saying, subprime credit? Because baby, I used to have me some subprime. Okay, subprime credit people. And I want the quiz to quickly cover their I guess I'll just say type of credit. So I can understand the best solution and motherfucking time frame. You see how I'm spelling all these words wrong? Don't nobody give a damn, y'all. Solution and time frame for a realistic repair. Right? This will also be a great time. Say if you was a motherfucker that was like, hey, I got a diamond package, a gold package, and I got a bronze package, right? This is why we building this quiz, because again, y'all, when it comes to our businesses and shit like that, we gotta like let motherfuckers know that we authority. Because everybody on this motherfucking internet talking about, hey, I can do this for you. Not bitch, but let me showcase to you that I really do this shit, right? Now, also would be like, okay, well, I want it to be my brand colors. Now, since I'm using my own personal Claude here, it is gonna make it like pink, black, and whatever, because in my colors. But you can also go in here and be like, okay, can you make the quiz, let's just say gold and black. This is also again something that like if you had your business name or something like that, tell it to include it. But I'm gonna purposely show y'all how by me not putting in all the detail, Claude is probably gonna come back and ask me questions like, okay, bitch, like you want me to build this credit repair, but bitch, we ain't never talked about credit before in our history, right? And that's fine. I want y'all to see that, okay? So I'm going to just hit the little. And the model that I'm using is the Sonnet, okay? That's your go-to one, okay? She can do basic shit. Now, if you want to get a little bit more, a little fancy, but it will use up your Claude usage. I don't be fucking with that. Then go ahead and use the Opius. But Sonnet is fine, okay? So y'all see how, and this is why I fuck with Claude. This is why I fuck with Claude heavy, because ChatGPT, unless I'm using MamaBot, they're not gonna ask you no follow-up questions. Okay. So again, y'all gotta stop using AI and just be like, okay, can you do everything for me? No, bitch, be specific. What do you want? So it came back and it said, okay, credit repair quiz, quick setup. What is the main goal of the quiz, right? And then I'll put like, say, qualified leads to push them, just give an instant result, da da da. Both. Let's just say we want to get qualified leads to push them to a call. Cause again, we want to get to know our, you know what I mean, our customers and shit like that, right? We want to talk to them and be like, okay, we a good fit. Because that's the thing, y'all, in business, you don't want everybody. You don't want to be taking everybody, right? So it says how many questions, right? So should we make it quick, easy? Let's do balance, because when it comes to credit, that's serious. That ain't just a little like, hey, what's your income or whatever like that. We'll do that. All right. And then also it comes through and it says, what topics should the quiz cover? So we'll put approximate credit score range. I like that. Types of negative items. Yes, I think that's obviously very important. How old are the items? And then like maybe I can also go back in. I can show y'all real quick. Number of accounts affected. We'll do all of that. And then say if you want it, if you don't see something like that Claude gives you, you can always go into this other button just like this, right? And say if I be like, well, I want to eliminate anybody, or I don't want to say I want to eliminate. Let's just say I wanted to add in for people that have experienced bankruptcy. So I can just go in here, go into the notes. And again, y'all, this don't have to be fancy because Claude is going to restructure it for you where it makes sense. Your job is just to go in here and actually like, really like go through and make sure it makes sense. This is your business. You should know what the fuck your business offers. You should know what you want. Stop trying to build these businesses and you don't know shit about them. That's why you need to be doing what you should be doing. Okay. All right. So I'm gonna go in here and say, please, say include bankruptcy. Bankruptcy. Probably spell that word. I spelled that wrong too. And it says, how many outcome tiers should the quiz produce? Okay. We'll say 3 tiers. And then collect contact info before showing the results. So this right here, I would only do this if, like, for example, if I'm just linking the quiz and just letting people take it, cool. But y'all, when it comes to businesses, y'all need to be collecting motherfuckers' emails, because email marketing is so slept on and it really can make a difference in your business. So like, you know what I mean? Like I highly suggest that, like, with us creating this quiz, and I'll show y'all how to do this as well too. Yeah, if you just genuinely want to, like, let people know, but you should always be leading your people somewhere. Okay. So with this quiz, we should be sending them to like our Stand store, our Beacon store, or whatever online store you're using. If you want a little bit more information about that, girl, I did post a Stand store video. You check that out as well. But I'm going to say, yes, I'm going to say no, because I'm just going to upload this as a link onto my site. So for now, I'll just hit no. Show immediate results and ask only if they want to book a call. And then it says tone of the copy reassuring. Again, this is where you go in here and personalize it. If you want your shit to be homegirl, black girl, whatever, Christian based or whatever, tell it what you want. Do not just go through this shit, y'all, and just let it do it, whatever. That's where people be fucking up, and that's why people don't be making no money, because y'all be on here just doing shit. Okay, make sure it's you. That's the whole point of this, right? And then so for now, I'm just gonna say confident, direct, no nonsense. And then it said, but if I wanted to go in here and put black girl energy, yeah, bitch, you can fix this credit. Hell yeah, I can go in there and say that, but I ain't gonna do all that. Okay. So then the next one says, you said you only want to work with subprime credit people. Should the quiz filter out others? That's what I was kind of talking about earlier. For the purpose of this, I'm just showing y'all can filter out shit if you want to. So I'm gonna say yes. This is not, because some people with motherfuckers like hell. The last time I checked my credit, I was like at a 732. I want to be at 801 hoe. Okay. But so you never know. You may have people that, that have, fair credit, that want to improve. Maybe I really want to focus on the people that need me, that need it bad. Okay. Subprime or better. So we can filter them out. And then boom, you see how Claude, because I didn't give it a lot of information. And this is why Claude is so much better with building things like this. It's asking me for my business name, right? So I'm gonna go in there and I'm just gonna make up some shit. I'm gonna say CC Credit Repair LLC. We're just gonna say that that's what our credit repair thing is, okay? Now again, this is honestly still minimum, y'all. Minimum instruction of what I'm giving it, but let's see what it gives us, okay? We're gonna let it do its little. We're gonna let it do its 1, 2, 2, and then you see over here it'll say thinking and stuff like that. Now, the really cool thing that I like about using the Claude design is once you start something and like once you start a design and stuff, you can also have it kind of filter off things around you. So if it's building this quiz for you, we can turn around and also build like flyers for you, things that you're gonna be posting in your story or whatever like that. So make sure when y'all are, using AI, like really try to get in the what's the word, in the habit of organizing the things that you're working on, because I would hate for you to like start a conversation and be like, oh shit, where was that at? Everything that I work on inside of ChatGPT, Claude, OpenClaw, whatever, has its own folder, has its own topic, and that's what keeps me organized. And it makes a whole hell of a lot. Stop just opening up random conversations and then you all over the motherfucking place, bitch. If we talking about this credit repair business, I want everything in this chat about this credit repair business, my content that I'm posting, content ideas, all that shit. And that's why I really like Claude. Now it will take a second. Usually Sonnet is not that long, but we're gonna see what it come up with, y'all, as it's doing that. Now another thing that I can also do too is I can copy this just like this, just to kind of kill time with y'all real quick. And I can go to Canva, right? Because you can have either one, really, honestly. But Canva really good at this shit too. I think so. Well, at least they used to be. And y'all, you can come over here to Canva AI, right? And then if you go to Canva code, you can drop this in here just like this. And sometimes I'll do this, I'll do this for like some of my mentees that I work with one-on-one. Like if they want, depending on, because y'all, it's AI, so it can go in either direction. Right? So try it out using multiple platforms, right? Maybe you didn't like the design that Claude did for you, but Canva does. That happens to me a lot. So I try to use both. I'm gonna drop that bad boy in Canva just like that. So we're gonna see what they come up with. If y'all like this type of content, be sure to like this video, okay? Be sure to share this video, okay? Because I'm giving y'all free game. Okay, so y'all see Claude? Okay, Claude is doing his little thing. Again, very basic, very minimum. If I want to take this bitch up a notch, y'all, I can drop a picture in here and be like, hey, give it this vibe. Give it, you know what I'm saying, Great Gatsby type shit, okay? This is what I'm just showing y'all. Talk to AI. AI works for you. So it's still kind of adding, but as you can see, it's following the direction that I gave it. This is actually cute. It's really straight to the motherfucking point. It really is straight to the motherfucking point. So, and it'll let you kind of like test out your question, right? You could say, what is your approximate credit score range? We'll say below 5. Or wait, let me see if it like kicks me out. So remember when I was saying like I didn't want to work with subprime credit people, I'm gonna say 700 plus. Okay, boom. See how I did that? Ain't that shit hard? It says, we're not the right fit yet. CC Credit Repair LLC works exclusively with subprime and damaged credit profiles based on your answer. Your score is already in good standing. So that's why, again, that's why I'm saying the more specific you are, this shit will work for you. So let's go back and recheck the quiz as a word, motherfucker. Okay. So I'm gonna say credit is 580, 619, or let's just go below. Okay. And it says which negative items are currently on your credit report. We'll say all this shit. All of it. Help me. And then it says, how old are most of the negative items? We'll just say 3 to 7 years. And then how many accounts are affected? Boom. Okay. And it says, what is your main goal right now? I want to buy a home. I'm tired of this shit. How soon do you need results? We'll say 3 to 6 months. And then boom, you see how I built that. But again, y'all, if I would have been, and obviously this is your business, right? So you gonna make it structured to whatever it is that you offer. You know what you offer. I don't do fucking credit reports, so I don't know if that's realistic or not. But it says you need the full restoration track, estimated 10 to 16 months. Your file includes serious, longer standing negative history. Full restoration takes sustained work. Y'all see the shit. I ain't about to read those shit, okay? But do y'all see how, like, again, this will really make you stand out as a business owner. This will really make people be like, oh, wow, like they know what they're talking about. Because before I get you to spend a dime, before I get you to do anything, right, I need to know, first of all, can I even help you? You know what I mean? And a lot of people really respect the fact that, like, damn, they not just desperate for money. They not just trying to work with anybody. They bait me. And that leaves it really good trust with your potential customer or client or whatever like that. So that's why I really like to use that. Now, again, if I want to leave this, if I want to go and change it, and I can kind of quickly show y'all, like, let's say I'm sure I have like an NPM logo or something. Let's say, okay, I know this is not the color or anything like that, but I just want to quickly show y'all how I can go and add an image. So like, let's say, love the design. I always be giving AI compliments and shit. Love the design, but can you add my logo to the top of the quiz to really showcase motherfucking branding? Okay. So I'm just showing y'all again. Obviously I know this picture don't match, but I'm just quickly showing y'all how going back in and telling it. You can also use these tools over here, like edit. So like if I wanted to, I'm gonna let it do its thing real quick, but like if I wanted to hit edit to anything on the screen, I can edit it. A little box will pop up, and it will allow me to make those changes. Okay? And boom, just like that. Of course, I mean, you're gonna want to upload like an actual PNG image that has a transparent background. But again, I can go here, change anything that I want, make it how I want. Let's say if I didn't like the name of full restoration, right? I can go up here to edit, and I can click on this box here, and I can change the colors. I can do all of it is edible. And y'all, if y'all are confused about how to use something or like it's not working for you, then go back in and ask, ask Claude, like, hey, whatever it is that you're trying to do, right? And so let's just say, okay, this is what the quiz look like now. Once I have finished, right, my design, obviously it'll look like how you want it to look. I want to publish this, but I don't want to pay for no domain. Publish this, but I don't want to pay for a domain. Girl spelled it all the way wrong. What do I do? Okay. And while I'm still in the same motherfucking chat I was in, I'm gonna let it tell me what to do. But again, we're gonna go to Netlify because I'll be damned if I pay for a domain. I'm not doing that. Not at all. Business, as you can see, that motherfucker downloaded. Okay. We're gonna skip. Okay. So where did he go? Okay, so it basically said this single self-contained file download. Basically, it's just telling you where you can do it at. Again, I had never really tried. I think GitHub is cool, but I don't really fuck with that. I just be doing a Netlify. Okay, so we're gonna go to Netlify.com, and y'all can create a free account. I've created multiple domains on here, so it don't cost you no money. Okay, so we're gonna go to Netlify. So when you get in there, you will have to like create an account or whatever like that. It's already taken me to mine, but all you do, y'all, I'm gonna show you how simple this is. Go to add new project. And then you come down here and then you click on that file that Claude gave you and then you upload it, okay? Then you hit rename and deploy. You let it do its little magic and boom. Just like that, you have a link and this is what the actual website will look like. So once we do that, then what we can do is into our stand store. Okay, and then we are gonna go and hit, I'm gonna go all the way down to the bottom of my shit. Okay, we're gonna go and hit add product. Okay, we're just gonna say a digital product. I'm not about to stress myself out about it. Okay, but then you can put your information in here, like for your quiz, da 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 da. Okay, and then if you want to put in description, boom, I can go back into Claude and be like, all right, write me a description to put on my stand store to, I'm gonna hit motivate, cold leads to take the quiz. Again, be specific. Whatever your offer is or whatever like that, say that shit. Like, be like, whatever it is, like, hey, write me a description that's, homegirl, black girl. That's what I'm always saying, or Christian based or whatever. Like, whatever your vibe is, say that shit, y'all. The point is to be specific every single time. So look, I got a title, and honestly, what I'll do is too, y'all, I'll screenshot like my screen, right? And like, so say if you're like, hey, I don't really want to type all this shit out, screenshot this just like this, which I should probably went lower, but we'll do another photo. So like, for example, the thumbnail page, right? I'll try to get as much as I can, and I can like go in here, I'll screenshot just like this. Okay, I'm gonna go back into Claude. I'm gonna drop this in there, and I can also say, and then boom, it gives me a title. So if I want to copy my title, I can do that just like that, because it's seen like the characters that I had or whatever. Like, I don't want to exceed 50 characters. Drop that in there. All the information is done, y'all. I built that quiz literally in seconds. Y'all can do the same thing too. Now don't sleep on Canva now. The quiz that Canva created for us is nice too. It is nice too, or whatever like that. But it be same process, y'all, and this don't cost you nothing. And like I said, if you're a hairstylist, if you do credit repair, if you offer some kind of service or whatever, have that little special touch. So I'm gonna be like, all right. And then another cool thing about that is too, if I wanted to just come out of here for a second, and let's say I went and, I don't know, like I said, if you want to have like a QR code saved on your phone or something like that, do that. I'm just gonna click on Instagram post right now. I just need a blank one, right? And if I want to put a cute little design of my business, my logo, whatever, right? I could do that. For the purpose of this, I'm just gonna grab a random ass photo I got in here. I don't even know. Because it really don't matter, but we're gonna add mama bot, okay? Big mama bot, not the little one. Not the little one. Okay, so I'm gonna drop that in here. And then like say if I wanted to create my QR code, y'all, all I gotta do is go down to see all. Now I think you do have to have the pro version. At this point, y'all dusty asses should have the pro version of Canva. You just should. I'm just saying. Yeah, there's no reason why you not. I literally work with people that are 50 plus and they have Canva Pro. You should have Canva Pro. Okay. But y'all see how again, whatever my image is, I can put in there. Now I'm just gonna go like this. And then boom, I generated a QR code. And then say this bitch on your phone, right? Keep that. And then, like I said, when you out in your business, instead of actually handing out them paper cards or whatever, had them scan that, boom, it's gonna take them straight to the quiz. Gonna take them straight to the quiz, and they gonna be like, damn, bitch, okay, you're the real deal. You got a whole motherfucking quiz on the spot like that, y'all. And this is what makes us stand out, and this is how you build income for real. Okay, so I hope y'all found that helpful. Yeah, y'all, that's how easy and simple this shit is. Stop overthinking this shit. But all right, y'all, I hope y'all found this helpful. Be sure to subscribe. Make sure you give me a follow. And I will see you later, girl. Okay. Bye.